Financial success may or may not be likely, and that is because of one important factor: your upbringing. Most of the things that you know and believe are what your parents or family taught you while growing up. When you were young, what you knew about money was the result of what you observed your parents do with it. And that is why, in this video, I will be talking about 7 things that the wealthy teach their kids that the underprivileged don't. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button below. And while you're at it, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more advice here at Savvy. Number 1 is the value of $1. The wealthy talk openly about money and aren't afraid to share their opinions. One of the things the wealthy do and the underprivileged do not is understand the value of the dollar. What does the value of $1 mean? The value of $1 is about teaching children how to earn, manage, and learn the value of money at a very young age. This in turn will help them to become a person with sound financial knowledge. Teaching kids at a young age will also help them avoid wasting their money foolishly. One of the ways some parents teach their kids the value of money is through an allowance. Children do not understand that money is earned because parents provide everything to them. The wealthy avoid this mistake by setting chores that will reward them with money. As they grow older, the tasks become more complex. This is to teach them that hard work pays off. Another way the wealthy teach their children the importance of money is by encouraging them to save. Number 2 is asking for what you want. If you grew up in a poor household, you might notice that your parents felt anxious when it came to money. They may still be anxious when a creditor calls, anxious thinking about what would happen if they lose their jobs, and anxious if the stock markets were to crash. The wealthy teach their children to be upfront and ask for what they want. For instance, a child of a wealthy family might be listening to a sales call. From there, the child learns the importance of asking for what they want. The wealthy teach their children this because life will not always give you what you want, but what you go after. It is also why most kids from wealthy families aren't afraid to stand up in a crowd to boldly request what they need. If you want kids like the wealthy, they have to be taught that they must be bold and ask for what they want. The wealthy teach their kids to have a higher regard for themselves and high regard for others. Number 3 is how to build connections. One thing the wealthy rely on are the relationships and the connections that they have built. They have learned to build solid relationships by valuing people. The wealthy teach their kids the importance of connections at a very young age. They start learning at an early age the advantages of making friends with people of high influence who can help them whenever they are in need. Moreover, the wealthy bring their kids along whenever there is a social event for them to attend, and the children learn how to socialize and communicate. Number 4, you need to be able to solve problems. Most people think the rich always give their children what they want. This is not always true. Most of them also teach their kids that they cannot always have what they want without working hard for it. They teach them the concept of solving problems in order for them to earn. Because kids watch everything, it is easy for them to pick up the lessons they see their parents practicing. Many rich people become rich by observing what problems need resolution, and they find a solution and they teach their kids to do the same. For instance, Bill Gates solves the problem of storing, retrieving, and processing data in the form of computers. Soichiro Honda, the CEO of Honda, solves the problem of transportation, and they both are getting rich because of that. The rich do not only teach their children the concept of solving problems, but they teach that the bigger the problem you solve, the higher the reward. Number 5 is loving the journey will make it easier. Rich parents instill in their children the importance of being passionate about what you do in life. They do realize how critical this is. They watch their kids growing up and observe what they love to do naturally. They help in developing their talent at a young age, and it becomes easier for them to become passionate about what they love to do in life. They too talk about how difficult it will be when there is no passion in your work. The underprivileged, on the other hand, learn from their parents that they must do whatever it is possible to make ends meet. They work at jobs they have no passion for and usually do not perform well because their heart is not into it. Most people fall into this category. They work at a job they don't like and count down the hours until they can go home again. It's obvious they're only trying to pay bills and they do not love what they're doing. The wealthy instill in their kids that they must enjoy going to work every day and the importance of passion in their careers, as this is a factor on financial success and a sense of fulfillment in life. Speaking of passions, what are you most passionate about? If you already do work in a career you love, let us know in the comment section down below. We would love to hear from you. And while you're there, consider subscribing to our channel. Now, back to the video. Number 6 is money can be the solution. The wealthy don't shy away from money talks with their kids, nor do they shy away from telling them how important money is. Many people are taught at a young age that money is the root of all evil. However, the rich teach that it is the answer to most of life's issues. The rich kids who believe that it is a necessity will find it easier to make money. Money may not be the reason for one's happiness, but allows you to purchase what you and your family need and can provide things that make you comfortable. Because most of the big issues in life that people face are financial problems. The rich recognize the value of money and its ability to solve a number of problems. Number 7 is learning how to negotiate. The wealthy know how to get what they want, and they have learned to turn a no into a yes. They teach their children the skill of persuasion at a young age. They realize that many times in life, people answer with a no until they know enough information to say yes. The rich start mentoring their kids by saying no until they can be given a good reason to say yes. They start teaching them the art of negotiation. For example, if a rich kid asks money for something they want, their parents will tell them to convince them to give the money, and this will help the kid learn creative ways to close the deal. Over time, they learn to hone the skill of persuasion and sales further, and to get more yeses than nos. They also teach them to accept rejection. They teach them that rejection only means that the other person simply does not see their value yet, but that does not mean that they are less valuable. They teach them how to make others see their potential the same way they see it. The lessons the rich teach their children that the poor don't are integral in their development as individuals. These lessons, in turn, will be a huge factor in their success. Well, that is enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week, so click the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly. Thanks, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao!